All right, the next step here is we're going to be setting up our paragraph styles and character styles in InDesign. I've started by opening up our recipe that's in Word, and this is what the Word document looks like. There's some existing formatting in it. It's a Word document. And so it has some inherent things that are already part of it. I want to just walk you through this, what I'd like you to do before you even take the type out of Word. So there's a couple things. First of all, I want to point this out. So tags, this is a note for you. It's saying that the recipe is tagged a veggie for this particular one. Sometimes it might be spicy or it might be, something else. So, but for this recipe, it's a veggie. You do not need to use the word tag. You can take that out. The point of it is a note for you, the designer, to say that this is a veggie recipe that you have to highlight and tag it as veggie. So that means you need to design something of a way in your design to incorporate that this is a veggie design. I mean, that this is a veggie recipe. It might be spicy. The word might be spicy. It might be veggie. It might, I don't know. I can't remember what they all are, but there's different ones for each one. You also have allergens. And you do want to keep the word allergen, but you want to highlight the wheat, milk, eggs. That can be by words. It can be by icons. It's totally up to you. You then also want to organize prep time, 30 minutes, cooking difficulty level 1, and serving amount 4. The way you handle all of these items can be graphic. It can be visual, iconography. There's many different ways you can do it. It should not be sitting in a list. It should be used in a way that's part of your design's treatment throughout the design. So I just want to point out that these are elements that have to be incorporated into your design, but they should not be treated as a list like they are shown in this raw copy. Next, let's go into the ingredients. This has existing formatting. So what the first thing I would do is select all my ingredients and take off the bullets. You don't need the bullets. That's just the formatting that this came with. Secondly, I would take out all of the allergens because you're already going to highlight the allergens up here. So you don't need them listed again in the ingredients. It's already listed on the document up above. So you can take them out. Secondly, things like ounces can be abbreviated. Who knows what the abbreviation is for ounces?
OZ.
That's right, OZ. So OZ, that can change. This can change to ounces. Oops, where'd it go? Ounces, OZ, to give you a shorter list. Units can be taken out. It's just 2 bell peppers. So take anywhere you see the word units out, it should be 2 scallions, 2 lemons, add an S, 2 Roma tomatoes, add an S. Tablespoons, who knows how do we abbreviate tablespoon? Anyone?
Is it TLB?
Is it an uppercase? Go ahead, Amy. What were you going to say? Go ahead.
All capitalized TBS.
TBS. Capitalized. She's right. TBS. TBS. Is it TBLS or just TBS?
TBS.
TBS. Capitalized. And when you go into the teaspoons,
Lowercase. TSP.
It's lowercase. Yeah. So that's important to know. Tablespoons is all capital. And teaspoons is lowercase. Okay, so, and the reason I'm saying all of this is look at how much cleaner this list got right away, getting rid of all that extra stuff, simplifying it, okay? Recognizing you also have bullet points over here. I would take, these are just typed in, so these are even done differently. So I would take those out. can always add them back in if you want, but I would take them out of the formatting here. And then lastly, these instructions, as you can see, there's a lot of formatting in them. And you can see that when you're up here in Word. So, where is the, are they in here? None. None. Is flash left. I don't know if I don't think I can take it out here. We might have to take it out in InDesign. Oh, here it is, clear formatting. Under styles planes, go to clear formatting. Take the formatting out. And then you can decide, you can add your numbers back in or anything you want. That's just going to help you all along take and deal with, like if you select everything and go to styles plane and say clear formatting, that's going to help you create your own formatting as you go into your program. That's where you get those extra spaces and those extra returns and all these things. You know, anything you can do to make it simpler for you. So I would take all that formatting out here in Word. Then, and I'm just going to bring this first bit in right now. I'm going to copy the headline, the subhead, and the intro text right now. I'm coming back over to my design. I'm going to get off of my master page now. I'm going to go over here to my first spread. And I'm going to go ahead and grab my type tool, pull open a type box and paste my type in. So I'm just setting it in here, no rhyme or reason, just because I want to start formatting it. So now I'm going to go back to my type studies and decide, okay, what was the typeface that I liked the best in my type studies? So I'm going to say for me, it was Kifa. And my subhead, I liked Kifa. Oh, I guess Kifa doesn't have many choices. Let's try a better typeface. Let's do Gotham again. So we have Gotham. I'm going to select everything as Gotham. And I'm going to use different versions of Gotham. So I'm going to use my headline as black. My subhead as bold italic. Get rid of those extra. I'm going to adjust the size. Six, too big. Four. My body copy. Maybe 10. 9. Maybe 9. What did I say? My letting is 11. Okay, so everything is going to be right now on 11-point letting. But then I'm going to change it up here. My headline has to be a multiple of 11. So I'm going to start with 22. Try 22. See how that feels. What if I had a G there? If I added a G in, do I have enough room? Yeah, so we're good. If I have a lowercase, always check your lowercase, add a Y, a G. Yep, we're good. Now notice how it's still not sitting on my baseline grid. What do I have to do? Who remembers? What do we do to get it on our baseline grid?
Lock
Anyone
it.
remember? What?
You have to like lock it to the grid.
Right. Where do we lock it? How do we do that? Anyone remember? I'm going to give you a hint. We're going to go over to paragraph. Where on the paragraph menu do we use, where do we lock it? Lower right-hand corner of the paragraph menu, we lock it to the grid. It's this little symbol down here. Align to baseline grid. Okay, that's right. We lock it to the grid. So now I want to make a style that I can do my second recipe, the exact same style as this type that I've just set up. I'm also going to do a couple other things. I'm going to add in some color with my headers. Okay, so this is my first design. Now, I'm not worried about, this is just the type setting. I'm not worried about things like the paragraph lengths and stuff like that. We're not worried about that yet. Right now, we're just setting up our paragraph styles. So I'm going to select one piece at a time. So I'm going to start with the headline. I'm going to go over here to my right column here and go to the paragraph styles. Here I'm going to say new paragraph style. Make sure you name it. I'm going to call it recipe head and say okay. And then I'm going to select the recipe head I just made. So now it's selected as a recipe head. Do the same thing with my subhead. I'm going to select it. Go over here and say new paragraph style. Recipe subhead. Say okay. Select recipe subhead. And lastly, I'm going to do my body copy. Select my body copy. New paragraph style. Body. Say okay. Choose body. Now, if I brought in a second recipe or any other type from my Word document, so here's my Word document. Let's say I now bring in the ingredients, all of this, copy. I'm going to use a separate type box for this. Paste. I'm going to select it all. That's what I just brought in. I'm going to just go over to my paragraph style and select body, and voila, it's matching the body. And I'm going to use my subhead of ingredients and make that the subhead. You see how easy that is? But I might want to do something a little different for my ingredients. So you're like, I want it to be based on this, but I might want to change the leading. So what I can do is go over here to body, and I can make a copy of it. Hold on a minute. Why isn't it copying? There we go. Body copy. I just pulled it down to this box with a plus in it. I made a body copy. And then what I'm going to do is double click on it. And I'm going to go over here to the basic character formats and just change the leading. So it's all the things, Gotham book 9. I'm going to say, I just want to double space it. So I'm going to make it 22-point leading. I'm sorry, I clicked too quickly. Yeah, okay, then say okay. Then I'm going to select this. And I'm going to say body copy. And there's my double spaced. I'm going to change the name of it to list. Say okay. So there's a quick way to say, as you can see, we would keep going with all of our hierarchy elements. And then this is what you would, once you have this all set up, when you go to do your second recipe, and the third and the fourth and the next 20 or 30 or 40, how easy is it when you just have to click on the different parts and automatically they're all designed for you with the typefaces, the colors, and exactly what you want. It's like magic, right? Any questions on paragraph styles? All right, I'm going to stop recording.